up, YouTube? It's Dan here, and it's time for my thoughts on a fragrance brought to us from the menswear fashion house of Strellson out of Switzerland. Now, this is their first fragrance brought to us last year in 2010, and the fragrance name is Strellson No.1. This bottle was given to me as a gift from Andy from Germany, so I have to thank you again for that, man, because without you, I probably never would have gotten my nose on this treasure. And I normally don't show the bottle, but in this case, I think I'm going to do a close-up because I've got a couple things that I would like to say about the bottle. Okay, here's the bottle, guys. Something simple yet sleek at the same time. The black on here has got a rubber feel to it, and the cap on top is metal, and it's magnetic, so I dig that. Now, this is something that I can totally picture on a business professional's shelf. Something that's not gaudy, something with clean edges, has got a nice sleek and refined look to it, and the type of scent that this is fits perfectly for that business professional as well. And I know that Andy says that this is his favorite business type of scent, and I'll get into that later, but I can totally see why. Now, Strellson No.1 is classified as an oriental woody fragrance, and I'm going to get into the notes in this one because at the base there is an interesting one at that. But at the top we have got bergamot, cardamom, cedar leaf, and neroli, and at the heart we've got coriander, iris, jasmine, and lavender, and at the base we have got scent trek, wackapoo, I'll get back to that, frankincense, patchouli, and vetiver. Now, scent trek, wackapoo is, I don't know why they named it that. It's such a crazy name. Every time I say it, I gotta laugh. But scent trek, wackapoo is a new aromatic material created by Javon for this fragrance. And it's supposed to embody a woody note with nuances of white musk. And I can see that towards the end of this fragrance, I guess. But there you go. There's the rundown on scent trek, wackapoo. But anyways, what I get out of this fragrance, the magic for me with this fragrance didn't really happen until yesterday. I mean, I always knew it was a great fragrance, but I didn't really know how great it was till yesterday. Because out of Strellson No.1, what you get is a fresh fragrance with some weight behind it. And other fragrances that I think of that are, you know, fresh, that have some weight behind it. First ones that came to my mind were Allure Homme Sport and Armani Code. So yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm going to put all three of these on and check them out. And boy, you really realize things when you do side-by-side comparisons. Because I got to tell you, if I was to rate all three of those fragrances for their quality in order, they would go like this. Chanel Allure Homme Sport would hold the #3 spot. Gonna get a lot of hate for that. I'm sorry. #2 would be Armani Code, which still remains too powdery to me, but a very well done fragrance. And #1, hands down, would be Strellson No.1. Damn, this stuff, you want to talk about smooth, you want to talk about no sharpness whatsoever, you want to talk about something that when you put it on, feels like it's natural, feels like it's supposed to be there, just nothing inoffensive about it whatsoever, just billowy, comforting, smooth as hell. And like the first thing that came to my mind was, this must be what smelling a cloud would smell like. Just so aromatic and light and just smooth. I don't know, it's damn good stuff, but I didn't really realize how good it was until yesterday. It's great to do side-by-side comparisons for sure. But as far as what I get out of this fragrance, I don't really get a heavy floral, or vetiver, or patchouli, no jasmine. What I get out of this is a very nice blend of cardamom, iris, and lavender. You got a sweet woody note from the cardamom. The iris in this is toned down, makes it creamy and powdery, but way toned down, because I do not like powder, and this does not offend me whatsoever. Just adds a little touch of creamy powderiness to that sweet woody note of the cardamom, and then also there's freshness there with the lavender. Now there's also just a very, very, very light touch of spice from the coriander, but very, very soft, gentle touch of it. And that's pretty much how this fragrance remains on me for 2 to 3 hours. I basically get 2 phases out of this. I get that top part there, and then what this fades into is an excellent white musk fragrance towards the end. Just gorgeous. And I get about 6 hours out of this fragrance, which for me is kind of the only downfall, because what I picture this perfect for is the everyday work scent. And most of us work 8 or 10 more hours. But you know what? If I found something like this and I loved it, I would keep a bottle at work just to freshen up. No problem whatsoever, because this one, I wouldn't consider it too spendy. It's in the $50 to $90 range, depending on what size you buy. But as far as availability, I don't know, Andy, or other people in Europe, you might have to help me out with this one, because I don't know where other people in the country, if you're not in Europe, can get their hands on this, because I really couldn't find it online. So it may be just available to folks over in Europe, which is definitely a bummer, making it very hard for people over here in Canada or the States to get their nose on this one. And as far as projection, this one does well. For the first couple of hours, it does very well. But it's not a beast. And I had a little run-in lately, changing my views a little bit on situations and projection, because I was in a work meeting last week, and I had on Dolce & Gabbana's light blue, and on me, that thing I have found out that day is a monster, is a beast. Because man, everybody made a big stink about Dan and how much I was gassing people out in that meeting. So, you know, to have a scent that's more refined, that's laid back, that doesn't scream out, you know, has its purposes for sure. A scent that I should have wore in a meeting like that. And Strellson No.1 fits that bill once again for the young business professional that doesn't want to scream out, just wants to have a very excellent, natural, clean aura, aromatic feeling about them that day. And that's what Strellson No.1 will give you. Now, as far as reviews in the community, well, there's not a lot out there, not yet anyway, but on Fragrantica, this one favors more in the like range, which, as far as for my personal lifestyle, I would go in the like range as well. But if I was a young business professional, this would be getting a love vote from me for sure. I would be rocking this stuff, no doubt. And as far as compliments go from the ladies at work, nothing bad to say about it at all. Everyone that passed me, everyone that got a whiff of me, loved this stuff. So there you go, Andy. You picked a winner here for sure, and I can definitely see why this is your favorite business type of scent for sure. And thank you very much for sending me this and getting me some exposure to this great fragrance for sure. But that is it. That's my thoughts on this fragrance. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon.